Germany, you can use shotguns. USA, how about I do anyway? Vikings, when one of their comrade died peacefully in sleep, instead of getting brutally disemboweled in battlefield. When the US spends billions of dollars on its military-industrial complex to fight Vietnamese farmers. Our defeat. Bolsheviks, separate church and state in Russia. Orthodox Church, it's treason then. Catherine the Great and Peter the Third trying to get along after they got married. British Empire, I Confederates, here's some ships for you. Abraham Lincoln signs the Emancipation Proclamation. British Empire, change team. Do you know the French Revolution? Napoleon. Well, of course I know him. He's me. Do you know how the Portuguese first came into being? They were Spaniards once, taken by the Boundians, mutilated into a ruined and terrible form of life, and now perfected by Ferdinand Magellan. Whom do you serve? Charles I of Spain. I recognize that Mussolini gave us their ultimatum, but given that it's a stupid ass ultimatum, I have elected to ignore it. The Second Triumvirate. Caesar is dead. The Roman Republic is saved. The First Triumvirate. You live in 8th century BCE and someone cut your nose. Panic. But you're in India and Sushruta just invented plastic surgery for nose. Calm. Me reading about the death of Ralph Ignatowski at Iwo Jima. It's unnecessary. There's no reason for this. Americans never forget 9/11. British people trying to work out why they care so much about William of Orange capturing Exeter in 1688. Britain on its own against the Nazis. Britain when the US and the USSR joined the war. Me and the boys walking into the history exam after staying up all night browsing. Give Hitler time bomb stolen from, so spy to kill him on plane. Henning von Treschow. Timer didn't work on cold temperature. Henning von Treschow. Saladin after seeing the English king start a crusade against his caliphate. What the frig, Richard? Thomas Jefferson explaining to his 600 plus slaves how all men are created equal, but they still have to work for him. You simply have less value. When you got this fancy new jet engine technology, but now the war is over, and this winter has a frick ton of snow. British jet snowplow, 1947. You are a British soldier standing next to a group of thuggees in India and one says pass the tobacco. Those that don't know. Those who know. Italian and Austrian soldiers meeting at the Isanzo for the 12th time. Idi Amin lets a terrorist group bring 100 plus Israeli hostages to a terminal at Entebbe airport. The terminal was built by an Israeli construction firm, so the IDF knows its exact layout. The IDF raids the airport and rescues the hostages. Uganda loses a quarter of its entire air force and Amin becomes an international pariah. I'm the dumbest man alive. Autism is mainly caused by cold and distant mothers. You are clearly dumber. World War I offers a winning a medal for gaining 1 inch of ground at the cost of an entire town's male population. Irish fighting the Irish. Irish fighting the British. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you are right. The Dutch and the British forgetting to sign a peace treaty for 335 years after declaring war over the Lesser Scilly. The Japanese literally had targets on their aircraft carriers who wrote this shit. Hitler waking up from his 2-hour nap finding out the Allies have successfully landed in France. Taoists makes gunpowder for medicinal purposes. Chinese uses it for warfare, literally the opposite of saying lives. Taoists, you weren't supposed to do that. Japanese girls returning to Okinawa thinking war will be over soon, and they'll be able to go to school again. Sometime later, after being deployed at front lines. Most people when they want to relax listen to music, watch TV, read, go for walks. Winston Churchill when he wants to relax. I'm gonna tell my kids this was Mario and Luigi. You're fighting John Paul Jones and his ship is nearly underwater. He activates his second health bar. When your empire gets so fat and big, you have to lose some of your land to save your entire empire. Emperor Trajan, suffering from success. When you're the Union soldier who saw General Sedgwick get shot in the face after he said the Confederate snipers couldn't even shoot an elephant. Hospital staff, have you seen a toddler? Terror. Argentina with 4,000 soldiers who fought in Second World War on the side of the British, although they sympathized with the Germans. Much, it ain't but honest work, it is. Neutral countries during the Irish War of Independence 1920. Island opposing forces neutral countries. Carthage in 264 BC, a great city and the capital of the Carthaginian Empire. Carthage in 146 BC. It's salt. Australia causing 500 Japanese soldiers to retreat into a jungle and be eaten by crocodiles. Japan causing 150 Indianapolis sailors to be eaten by sharks. Math teacher, can anyone tell me what 26 plus 6 is? The Irish kid. Ancient Mesopotamian religion be like, life is cruel, why should the afterlife be any different? You become the pharaoh at 9 and restore the old traditions that your father tried to destroy. Your successors try to erase your existence and don't include your name on the list of pharaohs. Your relatively intact tomb is discovered 3,000 years later and you become immortalized forever. Going into space in the name of peace for all mankind. Going into space to push gender barriers. Going into space to get cheese for your picnic. Going into space to spend 108 minutes outside the USSR. The USA electing their own president. The USA electing the presidents of Latin American countries. Michael Jackson when a clinically insane woman claimed he was the father of her kid. Going to space is a way to prove your superiority over another superpower. Going to space so you can build a Christian missionary on Mars. It's not Native American genocide, we are just claiming free land that the Native Americans never said was this. It's not slavery, we are just using the gifts God left for us. Also we don't think black people are human beings, so it's perfectly fine. It's not bombing innocent civilians, it's justice. Now if you don't mind, I'm going to fist all of Japan's war crimes I just learned about, so I can come up with a reason to hate Japanese people. United States in European history books. United States in Latin American history book. United States in South Korean history books. When you learn that the fire at the Library of Alexandria wasn't even that detrimental to humanity, I trusted you. Crassus, which one of you is Spartacus? Rebels, we are all Spartacus. Crassus, very poor choice of words. When an Austrian guy takes over Germany and invades Poland, so you as an Indian is sent by the British to Singapore to fight the Japanese. People during the 70s make love not war. AIDS. It's showtime. 9/11 or something. I don't know, I'm German. When you suspect the French soldier in the other trench has been talking shit about you.
If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe for your daily dose of memes. Also, be sure to watch previous MemePog episodes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you back tomorrow.